Switchboard is a charity for LGBTQ plus people looking for a sense of community, support or information. Originally working in Brighton and Hove, but now supporting people throughout Sussex and further afield. Switchboard is run by and for LGBTQ plus people. It's all about connecting and supporting community members through specially developed Switchboard services or linking them with other specialist organisations. And it is a very, very big year because the charity is celebrating turning 50. Now, joining me to talk about the work of Switchboard and the very special events coming up to mark this incredible half centenary is the CEO, Rob Sainsbury. Rob, fantastic to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Take me right in. I mean, 50 years is an incredible achievement and legacy, but how did things start way back in 1975?
Hi, Kathy, and hi, everyone. Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be able to talk about our legacy. And if we rewind back 50 years ago, Switchboard started as a helpline. It was there as a place that people could contact for help, advice, connection, where they could speak to somebody who was a trusted voice to be able to support them in the challenges that they were facing. It was a very different place 50 years ago. And so it really was a lifeline to some people who were seeking help, and a place that they would often contact regularly, actually, or as a one-off advice place.
So that's where you were. Where do you find yourselves in 2026? And what are you planning to mark this amazing achievement?
It's a different landscape now. We actually don't have a helpline at Switchboard any longer. We moved our helpline over to the London Switchboard, and they provide a national service that's open 7 days a week. So we made that move working with Switchboard. But what we do provide is more people-facing services. So we have a very big domestic abuse support service that is for LGBTQ plus victims of domestic abuse. So we provide independent advocates to support people who are in need in that space. And we run a Polari recovery program for those victims as well to help them with the trauma that they've experienced. We also have a new service which has been piloted and supported by the Police and Crime Commissioner for a sexual violence support worker, which we've just launched in May. We provide social prescribing, particularly to support our trans, non-binary and intersex communities.
Yes, tell us what social prescribing is.
So that's something that is really, I guess, an alternative to what we might think of in terms of prescribed medicine. My background is in nursing. I'm in healthcare. I'm still a nurse. And social prescribing has become a really prominent thing in healthcare prevention and support. It's where you can support people around general advice. It could be housing, it could be benefits, it could be keeping to schedule with your appointments, it could be a friendly ear, or it could be a bit more specific around well-being programs, physical exercise, and things that can really promote well-being. It's a very good way to provide general support for people, and of course for our trans communities particularly, to provide support if they're awaiting gender-affirming care. So it's become quite a prominent feature of the NHS plan, and it's something that we've done at Switchboard for quite some time now, and we work closely with other partners doing that as well. We also have launched the first national LGBTQ plus gambling harm support service. It's called Recover with Pride. We were very lucky. We did some work with the University of Brighton around the harms of gambling in the LGBT community, and it was found to be disproportionately high. And the service is now launched with a partner called Reframe Coaching. And then we also provide a service called Bold, which is for older LGBT people, and it supports people experiencing bereavement, loss, where they might be experiencing dementia, and also just social isolation and loneliness. We bring people together, we have dedicated groups, and it's a place for connection. It's a bit of an evolution from our helpline, really, in terms of more personal, connected action with our service users.
But showing that those needs for community with both a big and a little c haven't changed or gone away at all over 50 years.
They've probably changed a little bit, but there are still consistent themes for our older LGBT communities. They still experience that shame and stigma We actually had a call to the office about 3 weeks ago from an elderly lady who she didn't live in Brighton, she lived outside of Brighton, and she wanted to marry her partner who she'd known for decades, but they weren't out. They didn't have any family. They didn't have any close friends who knew about their relationship, and they wanted some witnesses to support them in their marriage. And we, of course, sent one of our volunteers. But it just shows that people still feel that they're not able to be their true selves at times. Even all these years on, there is still a stigma and a shame. And sadly, I'd say that's probably taken a direction for the worse over the last year. The UK has really lost its status and rankings in being an LGBTQ plus friendly place. The Supreme Court ruling has been very damaging for our trans, non-binary and intersex community. So it's been, sadly, a position where we've seen rising rhetoric and challenge and language that's not inclusive to our communities.
Rob, Switchboard obviously doing absolutely amazing things, and you're going to celebrate with a big community event coming up at the end of July. Tell me briefly about that.
We have our event at the I360 on the 30th of July. It's a celebration. So it's a celebration for our community support workers, for people who've engaged with Switchboard, our friends, our partners, stakeholders, and our community. It's bringing together our history, our legacy, people past, present, and it's a real moment for us to celebrate. We've got the wonderful Ophelia Payne supporting us at the event, and we've got a fantastic BBC Traitors star also supporting us. So we're really, really excited. It's a good moment for us, and we're going to have lots of other events throughout the year as well.
Oh, well, it's an amazing anniversary and milestone, and congratulations and thank you, Rob, to you and your team and your incredible gang of volunteers for all they've done and are doing, not just now but over the past 50 years. Amazing stuff coming out of Switchboard. Originally Brighton Hove Switchboard, but now working across Sussex and much, much further afield as well. CEO of Switchboard, Rob Sainsbury, thank you so much for joining us on the show, and happy anniversary.
Thank you so much.